So last week was about releasing 1.0 for the second time because we tried the week before and it failed mostly because our children translations was not ready to handle the way we wanted to manage branches and tags. Then we tried last week and we had issues with what? Deploying the packages on NuGet. We had to configure some things again, the same thing as translations, but on the main repo. And then we finally managed to release everything on Thursday as expected. And now we have a 1.0. Okay, all the packages, translations, and module core packages are all on NuGet. It's very slow. You see even browsing a web page. Let's try again. Okay, here 400 downloads in 5 days. Let's say 500 in a week. Must be the same as before, but now everyone is using the 1.0.0. So that is done. Looking at the status, I will create this page for today, though. 2021. So let's go with the status first then, because I'm there. So on Thursday, we left there, create 1.1.0 preview packages on Cloudsmith. What it means is that if you still use the preview feed from Cloudsmith, all the packages will be tagged 1.1.0-preview -1234 or .1234 and so on. Well, actually starting with 10,000. It should start with 10,000. And then whenever we create a tag v something, it will go on nuget.org and we can do it from any branch. There is a release 1.0 branch that is tracking the changes we do only for 1.0 because the next release should be from the main branch, which will be a 1.1 something. But if we need to do a patch on this release, we'll do that on this branch. This is also the default branch for main is also the default branch, which means as Matthias is doing here, if we want to change the README that appears on GitHub, we need to do it on this branch. In this case, specifying which framework to use because we multi-target for 3.1 and 5.0. I assume this is also the documentation branch by default, which is expected. So Antoine is updating Markdown mkdocs, sorry, on this branch. And fixed some documentation issues, also links, because we renamed dev to main. And I think that's good. So Antoine, so what is that merge branch release 1.0 into main? Okay, yeah, that's right. We said we will do that. Thank you. To push some changes made on this branch onto main. Okay. So do we have two versions of the doc? If I go to docs.orchardproject.net or orchardcore.net. So this is by default the v1.0.0. Is it the dev branch? Is it the main branch? And is there another branch somewhere?
If you type main, it will be the same as the latest. You can type main.
Okay.
And I could build the release 1.0 branch, but it's not yet built, I think.
Well, that would make sense if we, well, right now it makes sense because everything is the same, but yeah, maybe it would be nice to see quickly that there is The one for the stable release and one for the nightly branch. In case we start documenting new things and do changes, and then people say, "Hey, it's not documented as expected." So, for instance, if there is some updated documentation, like enhanced documentation, better documentation that applies to 1.0, maybe we could target release 1.0 in the doc, and then merge back to main. Yeah, that will still appear there. Okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe it's better to have the two of them if we can in some way explicit somewhere that there are two versions, or drop down for the nightly and for the stable release. Might be easier to maintain. So that's it. So Matthias fixed an issue, and that's all. Nobody did anything on the repo but that. So everyone is scared about doing changes on the main branch, maybe. I assume we still have the PRs.
We'll just give it a couple of days to make sure that everything is good. There's plenty of PRs to merge when we're ready to start merging again.
Okay. So I assume a lot of work will be done on Thursday. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. That won't work. Okay, we'll see that later. So some issues, some PRs. Symbols are not published to get at all. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe we need. Oh, it might be that we need. Yeah. So Cloudsmith didn't support symbols. Maybe we didn't see that at that point. Maybe we need a custom property in the CS Proj to emit the symbols. I have some examples in my libraries. We can into that later. There are no comments on it. Okay.
There has been a couple of people with that issue there that you're hovering over about Orchard Core rules.
That's interesting. But the package is there?
Package is there. All the reports have been from people in, I'm going to say China, because in that area. So I'm wondering if there's some issue there. But the package renaming. Is there. I can see it on the NuGet feed.
Maybe some renaming of case issue. I think Antoine changed some things for the casing at some point that was wrong.
It was in the translations and it was for shortcodes and maybe GitHub.
Yeah, Code Rules is there. It has less downloads than the Orchard Core. So if we do orchardcore.cms,
application.cms.targets.
which references the rules, 333. 347 more for rules. Okay, so
somebody downloaded maybe.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be. That doesn't seem to be an obvious issue there.
No, I wonder if maybe it's not showing up on like a V2 feed or something, but can't reproduce it, so who knows?
Yeah, networking issue. As unlisted this package, you're not supposed to see this one. Interesting. Okay, Yeah, probably temporary. 3 days ago, yeah, the package should be available. Yeah, this is not an issue for Orchard. It says the package, Orchard Connect rules, no packages exist with this ID. Microsoft, look at that. That's the issue. Microsoft Visual Studio offline packages, NuGet.org. So it's a local cache. It's looking from a local cache. And this is a custom source. This is not a NuGet.org source. So they must have a custom source in their NuGet.config at the root of this folder where they have the project. So that must be a local issue with their local feeds. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a link I put in there to a Stack Overflow article which explains the likely cause of it.
Okay. Then you saw that. Okay. Good. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay, status was quick because not much changes. Some PRs will be merged on Thursday because it won't be a release day fully. Demos. Not everyone is saying a thing. Yeah, nobody can answer. Oh, yeah, okay. So no demos. That's okay.
No
demos. Sites. We have 2 sites because I checked the GitHub forum, and we have 2 sites. One from Jasmin. If it's Jasmin, I'm not sure. Is it open there? Jasmin, Wings Over Water Film.com. We can see the colors from the agency. So a website about a movie about ducks. Not just ducks, but I watched the trailer here. It was about ducks. So there were ducks here also. So a movie website with the old icon. So this one, you see this new icon here? It has a different icon. We'll see that here. It has the old icon. But that's okay. So we have this website. And we have this one, Hurling.com, which is translated in also in Spanish. An ISV from Netherlands. That's what it means, right? Yeah. No, is it Germany? It's Germany. Germany, which is named Dutchland in German, and Spain. What did you say? German? That's what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. GmbH. Oh, okay. Hurling.com. You point to the main website. So 2 new websites. And this one from Jürgen. Personal website. But I will write it down still. Other new sites you know about and I don't know. They will come. So I don't think this one is on 1.0, otherwise we'll have a different icon. This one, I have no idea. I don't know how to know. That's interesting. So what is that? Oh, that's just the browser. These are weird stuff. Okay, nothing to do with the website. Good. Topics?
No, but we can mention that we also updated orchardcore.net and try.orchardcore.net to 1.0. Sebastian, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, we lost him.
Yeah, the cursor ain't moving, so yeah, he'll be back.
And we also updated orchardcore.samples on the GitHub repository of Orchard CMS.
Did you delete that in the end, Antoine?
Did I what?
Sorry, did you say you deleted it or renamed it?
No, I updated it.
Oh, you updated it. Awesome. Say that again when the recording's back on. This is an easy upgrade, Antoine.
Yes. Just changed the versions.
That's what we like to hear.
Projects. Mhm.
I'm back. I lost the internet. It just came back. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
We missed you. Glad you're back.
Sorry. I don't know what you said. I'm sure nobody said anything. So I was saying, did you see that? I typed that just to say topics release, if there is something to change, and if there is still something to do. There is still something to do, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was saying that we also updated orchardcore.net and try.orchardcore.net. And also orchardcore.samples.
Cool. So orchardcore.net, the website itself is updated with
1.0.
the new logo. The new
Yes.
logo.
Mhm.
Good. Was it done before, or did you just do that with 1.0?
It was not published.
Okay. And you have access to the Azure subscription for that resource. So that's how you did that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you for that. So this one, this is the agency. Okay. You updated try.orchardproject.net.
Try.orchardcore.net, yes.
Sorry. Why could I keep saying orchardproject.net? This is the old site. So if I do email, site name, and everything, I get
An email to activate the site.
that I know, but the 1.0 version.
Yes.
Thank you. It was quick. So I will check my mails. Google Workspace. This link and the password. Let's see. Username admin. Okay. And if I go here, it was quick. Configuration, features, and the only way to know if it's 1.0, audit trail. Yeah, that's probably because we should have somewhere a page where we can see the version. Where is is there a feature for the options thing? Where is the options?
I was actually going to propose at some stage that it would be quite useful to actually list the versions in the features listing that are recorded against the modules.
I didn't get it. So
in the
features to show the versions. I see.
Yeah. Not for art, not necessarily for Orchard, but also useful for Orchard. But
yeah, we should do that.
Internally, it would be very useful to know which versions of Orchard things are built against as we're still moving forward with stuff.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we do that in Orchard 1.
I think so. It always used to be there.
Oh, that's an issue here, isn't it? Well, yes and no. It's not really an issue, but people can host try on the tried website. I'm not sure we support already the list of features per tenant. Maybe we do. I don't remember.
The PR is still there. I haven't done the UI for it.
Yeah, so display the version somewhere. Could be a tag or at the beginning or somewhere. Someone will find some UI, will criticize it, and then it will be changed.
Do you mean for each related package?
I think.
So I would do it for each package because internally we have about, I'd say 10 or 15 modules that are on NuGet, and we need a way to track those versions in the UI because it's actually so much easier to see in the UI rather than having to go through CS prod files and stuff.
And even if we do push them with all the versions right now. You might point to a version, you want to know which one you have, to a module that is not Orchard Core.
Exactly.
Like community projects, your own projects, because you have different ones and you want to see that. So on a default setup, it will be moot, but on a custom setup, it might make more sense. And also knowing that there is a mismatch here because we'll display the version of a feature, even though the version is actually from the module. So all the features of same module will display the same thing. Unless we also have the, yeah, we could display both the module version and the feature version because we have a feature version in the metadata.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, good. So we said, so you said that, and you also updated the samples project. Really good. Thank you. .NET 5 by default, removing RC. That's a good change. Thank you. And it worked just like this.
Yes.
Awesome. As expected.
Yes.
We didn't break anything. That's great. That's great. That's great. The README was unaware of the version numbers. That's good. I like it. Well, we don't have Orchard Core.NC module, but that's okay. We'll remove it later when we think about it. Okay, so that. Okay, so what I want, yeah, please. If you have anything to say, what I wanted to mention is that we had issues here for 1.0. The other one you closed, but here we have tasks that haven't been done yet. Docker is broken, remember, we have the latest, but not the version-based one. We need to figure out what is broken there. This solution is done. This is done. We did that. We can still change the NuGet package property. And create release notes. We have release notes, but just a list of changes. Do we have somewhere something explaining the migration path? Because there are some SQL queries to do sometimes.
We don't at this stage. I did mean to get something together for that, but
this could be part of the release notes. We have a page for that already in the docs, so that should be there.
yeah, let me cut and paste some stuff into that. I think we've got.
Yes, and just saying,
Wishes.
if you want to migrate, please upgrade to RC2 then, and then do these steps because you wrote that down already. Okay, so I will try to move to the previous room where I lost internet because I don't know if it was internet or my Wi-Fi. I think it was internet that was down. So bear with me, but because I need to plug in again. Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm back. I moved to the room and then I lost internet. So I'm staying there in the hallway and I'm plugging somewhere. Good. That should be good. So that was not internet, that was the Wi-Fi connection. Update documentation, that is done. That has been done, okay?
Yes.
And we still need to communicate about it. I will probably do it when I come back. I'm not worried that we do it in like 2 weeks. I should be back. Well, I should be back. My flight is next week. So I hope by the next 2 weeks we'll have all the release notes and publish on the .NET weblogs. And that's okay if it's 2 weeks late, because I mean, it's been 6 years in development, so it won't matter a lot. We just need to advertise that there is a new update. For those who already know, that's fine, and for those who don't know, they will know in 2 weeks. So that's good. Did someone close all the issues asking for V1? I'm sure we closed it and we duplicated it as the release 1.0 problem. Tweet. So I made a mistake because I tweeted on my personal account. I made a mistake. It was not intentional. I thought it was. I forgot to click the. You see, when I did the message and I tweeted and I forgot to click there. So I didn't want to retweet myself because it would be like I'm tweeting on my account and then retweet it. So I will create a new tweet with this one. Can I do it already? So this is probably something there. Can I copy paste it? Not sure it will work for the link, but at least I can do that. And copy this link. Do you want to change anything from there? I will click on this one. Good. I think I need a space there. It seemed weird. And I don't know what this icon is here. But here it looks like a bottle. Oh, this also, yeah, it's just my screen that is weird. Okay.
Champagne.
Yeah. So is the tweet good? Do you want to change anything?
No.
Too late. Oh, done. That. What else? Release, blog post. That's about it, I think. We need new sites now. That you did it, it's main, but it's the same thing. Whatever that was done, we should remove one of these sections should be removed because there is a duplications here. Otherwise, that went well. GitHub Actions will be ready for next release. And so we are releasing a 1.1 when? In a month?
Well, when's the next ASP.NET Core release? In November. July now. End of July, it's almost August. So August, September, November, October, November. Maybe we should aim for one in September and another one after.
I'm thinking we could synchronize a release with the .NET 6 to ship something that targets .NET 6.
That's what I mean, but we probably might want a maintenance release before then, maybe.
Yes.
Or maybe,
yes. Yeah. We said we would do like every 2 months, every month, every 2 months to ship whatever is ready. Just so people feel the project is still going on, even, you know, and not even if there is no release, like, no, there are releases. It doesn't change anything from the in terms of pace of work, but at least there is a release, so they see that there is some activity.
Yeah.
Some people just want some releases. They just don't want to see if there is 1 bullet point or 100 bullet points. Oh, there's a new release. Let's update it. Boom. And the more often they do it, the easier it will be to do. Not wait for a year to update.
Yeah, and we'll get the new translations and and the features that come. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What about end of September would be good. End of September for one, and then a coordinated
November. Yeah.
Net 6 in November.
Okay. So the cadence will be every 2 months, which is fine. Every month might be too fast for everyone. Like there is nothing new, or I don't know. But yeah, 2 months is good, and we can do more often if we want. But should we create an issue for that? Yeah, probably.
Nice to let everyone know what we're planning to do.
Can you show the milestone?
Yeah, but let me create that even though we have a milestone. You're right. Yeah, so okay. So it's actually, no, you're right. I think it should be a milestone instead.
And edit the roadmap if you have some features planned.
Also, we said that the 10x closed should be assigned to 10. Okay. I won't do it now. We can do it during triage if you want, Antoine, or if someone has some time, whatever, because it has to be done page by page. We need to assign all the closed issues of 10x to 10. Okay. And all the open issues for 10x stay on 10x. Then 11 is what we said we will ship during the next version. We can retriage that. Okay, but we already created 11 a long time ago. So what you say is that we need to edit that and say the due date is September something around there. Okay. And then right after 6.0 has shipped, maybe the same day, a version targeting 6.0. The big question will be, if when 6.0 ships, do we remove net 3.1, or do we keep it for at least one release, the 3 of them, and then drop it? Maybe that would be better. So there is a version that has 2 LTS for them to migrate from one to the other. And then we can.
I don't know that we'll be able to, because there's stuff that's been obsoleted in 3.
No, we can.
It'll be culled in 5.
I think we can, because we can do multi-targeting. Today it works on 3.1. It works in 5.0. If it works also somehow in 6.0, we can do a.
Yeah, if it works, it's fine. But I know there's some Azure AD stuff and packages that they're deprecating.
There will be some files depending on precompiled definition, and then some that will remove. Yeah, that should be okay. I think that will be better, because if there is a release that drops 3.1 and integrates a new 6.0, people that want to upgrade will have to upgrade to the new features, will also have to upgrade to 5 or 6. So this way, they will just have to take in the new patches and the new patches and code changes, and then decide when they want to switch to 6.0, maybe the week after or 2 weeks after. That will be better, I think, if we can. We'll see with the new packages and the breaking changes if it's super hard to do. But if we can ship a 6 and 3.1 to LTS, that would be great, at least for one release cycle. And then we can force them to drop 3.1, because when there is a 6.0, there is a 5.0 and a 6.0, there is no more reason to support 3.1. If not just to let them not upgrade, but we should encourage them to upgrade to 5.0 and 6.0.
Actually, thinking about it, the Azure AD stuff, if we made an effort to get that done in the next month or 2.
It will be it will be stable. So yeah, I mean 6.0 should work with everything also. So
yeah,
we have that on the main branch. We are supposed to have it on the main branch. So yeah, we can update the version. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can start compiling and testing on 6.0 actually on the CI also. when it's go live. I'm sure go live should sorry, I haven't been to work in a month, so I don't know when 6.0 is supposed to be go live, and then it's stable. And we should be compatible with that and start building on the CI. Okay, what else? That went well. Yeah, actually, I will reopen Twitter because I wrote the tweet, so I saw I got the answers from the feedback. Great work. This one is interesting, right? See, I had created 50 tenants on the Orchard Core platform. All are updated to the latest upgrade without any issue. Okay, that's great. 50 tenants on the site. That's just a between. Wouter, who the same day we released, was asking when is 1.0 shipping. This is just okay. Wait to see. People are using Orchard Core to benchmark their computer. Makes sense. Richard ready. Very old contributor on Orchard. From V1.10.3, Orchard 1. C'est que Johnny, Kevin retweet. 5,200 commits, 5,200 stars. And the rest is older. Good. Keeping stuff. Okay. I think that's it. Questions, comments? Okay. Well, okay. Those issues on 1.0. The idea is that there should be no closed issues not assigned to a release already, or to a release that is not shipped. That is it. I think that's good. I will just note all sites D210. Okay. Questions, comments? 4 left. So sad. All good? See you on Thursday.
Cool. See you Thursday.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.